Hello, good afternoon sa inyo lahat. Sana maganda yung araw niyo. Andito ako ngayon sa Baguio kaya pagpasensyahan niyo na kung may maririnig kayo na malakas na ulan. Okay? Sa background ko lang talaga. Sorry kung nakaka-distract sa inyo. But I will do my best to make this as clear as possible. And hopefully nakikita niyo na yung first na slide ng aking presentation. Nakikita niyo ba? Hopefully nakikita niyo maayos. I will be asking for confirmation na lang kung okay lang siya. Just comment lang if you have other questions, or you can message request me. Para sa mga hindi familiar, ako si Sir Cordi Atitiw. Buti na lang maaga kayo napunta sa lecture ko ngayong araw. I'm very grateful for that. Hopefully marami tayong matutunan ngayon. At alam ko, nakasulat dun sa slide ko is abnormal psychology. At baka yung iba sa inyo sawang-sawa na. Minsan iniisip natin pag abnormal psychology, ito yung pinakamadaling subject, kaya di ko na aaralin. Okay, sasabihin ko sa inyo, ngayon pa lang, na yung mindset na yun, guys, hindi maganda. Okay? May kwento ko sa inyo. Kasi, nung year namin, nung nag-take ako ng board exam, nung 2016, ang daming nagsasabi na napakadali ng industrial psychology. At nung nag-take ako ng industrial psychology, magic, totoo nga, madali talaga. And that's what I told my students the following year, nung 2017. Nung 2017, sabi ko sa mga students ko, ang industrial psych, it's the easiest subject. You can throw it away or what? Huwag kayong magseryoso. Ang malas naman, dahil most of the students, pinagbigyan na lang nila or pinabayaan na lang nila ang industrial psychology, dun sila lowest the following year. So, ano ibig sabihin yan? Hindi porke sinasabi ng mga tao na abnormal psychology is a subject that's been easy for the past year, is this year, magiging easy ulit siya. Okay? So, ang gusto ko lang ipunta sa inyo is you have to study all of the subjects properly pa rin. Bigyan nyo pa rin ng effort ang bawat subject. Kahit sa tingin nyo easy yan, sa tingin nyo master nyo yan, it doesn't matter. Okay? You still have to study them as seriously as you can. Okay? At actually, ang lecture ko ngayong araw, hindi lang abnormal psychology. Mas gusto pa mag-focus na maturuan kayo, okay, sa proper studying skills. Okay? So, quick introduction lang. Ako si Cordi Atitiw, ang iyong lecturer ngayong araw. Okay? Hi, sir. Hopefully, naririnig niyo ba ako? Can someone comment kung naririnig ako ng maayos? Kahit comment lang. Para lang ma-ensure na naririnig talaga ako. Or I'll just I'll just message na lang. Hopefully, guys can still hear me. Okay, sige. Thank you very much. Yun ang gusto ko yung confirmation. Okay. Guys, may delay pala, no? Around a minute ata. Okay, so siguro may time dito na tahimik ako kasi delay talaga yung presentation ko at saka yung mismong lecture. Okay? So quick introduction lang sa mga nanonood ngayon. Some of you may be familiar with me. Sa mga bago naman, I'm pretty sure karamihan bago. Ako si Sir Cordi. I've been lecturing in RGO noong 2017, 2018, at 2019. Pero recently, medyo nag-take lang ako ng unting break kasi I went into the UP College of Medicine. At napakaswerte because I really love this school. Marami pa rin kaming requirements pero unfortunately, maraming delays din kasi some of our teachers are frontliners sa COVID epidemic natin ngayong araw. So, hi sa inyo lahat. Magbibigay ako sa inyo ng tips kung paano ako nakakuha ng magandang score. Siguro naman maganda yung score ko sa blepp 2016. Okay? At ano din yung mga tactics na natutunan ko while I'm studying for medicine. Kasi sa totoo lang guys, nung pumasok ako sa medicine, hindi talaga ako nadalian. Lahat ng kaklase ko, sobrang galing. Lahat sila sanay na sa pagre-review. Sa akin, ang alam ko lang pag-reviewhan talaga, board exam lang. Okay? So, I had to find out a way kung paano ko ma-ensure na lahat ng inaaral ko, maaalala ko siya for a long period of time. At alam ko, karamihan sa inyo, ang problem din natin is yan. Kasi hindi natin sure kung this July matutuloy talaga yung board exam. Aminin naman natin, medyo malabo yung chances na talagang by July siya. Pero there's a high chance na ma-transfer siya to a different date. Sabihin natin, paano kung yung board exam natin is November? Paano kung yung board exam natin is December? Paano natin ma-ensure na yung binabasa natin ngayon or ituturo ko sa inyo ngayon is maaalala pa rin natin pagdating ng time na yon. Okay? So dito, I will first teach you, okay, methods or reviewing methods that I used that I studied, that I researched. I took an online course for this as well. Ituturo ko sa inyo yung mga tactics na to para mas matagal yung retention ninyo at para mas effective yung reviewing ninyo. Don't worry guys, lahat ng mga sources para dito sa mga ituturo ko, isa-cite ko siya afterwards. Mamaya pwede ko rin i-comment. Okay, siguro yung mga links, just afterwards na lang yan. Pero dito nga, tulad ng sinabi ko sa inyo, before we lecture abnormal psychology, gusto ko muna ituro sa inyo kung paano nyo maximize yung oras ninyo. Okay, hindi, ngayong COVID-19 pa na yung iba sa atin, generalized community quarantine pa rin, yung iba, enhanced community quarantine pa rin, at yung iba, napakaswerte, pwede na sila lumabas, pero you can still make use of these tactics, of course, at home, when you're studying. So ito, sa akin, napakaraming methods talaga na pwedeng gamitin para makapag-aral ng mas mabuti. Pero when it comes to medicine kasi, as I said, sobrang daming materials na kailangan aralin. And of course, that's the same concept when it comes to the board exam for psychometricians. Kailangan nyo talaga maalala napakaraming material. Alam nyo, pagbuksan nyo ang libro ni Barlow, di mo masusuka kaagad kayo. Nakakasuka kasi talaga. Okay? Hindi lang naman yung pagmumukha niya. Pero yung mismong content din na babasa ninyo, sobrang haba, mahirap magbasa. So how can you maximize the time that you use? Ang unang method dito is practice testing. Ang pangalawang method na pwede nyo gamitin is spaced repetition. At ang pangatlong method na pwede nyo gamitin is chunking. Okay, all of these are they have a background na, meron ng research background sa kanila. If you search the internet, they will say the same thing. Ito yung tatlong bagay na talagang makakatulong sa inyo kapag nagre-review kayo for any material. Okay, so pwede nyo ito i-carry over sa kahit anong subject na gusto nyo aralin. So start muna tayo isa-isahin natin. Okay, ang definitions nila, practice testing, spaced repetition, at chunking. Start muna tayo sa practice testing. Okay, practice testing, ang maganda dito, yung definition niya, andyan na mismo sa term. This is when you test yourself. Alam ko kayo din, pag nagre-review kayo, ginagawa nyo yan, yung binablock ninyo yung parts ng notes ninyo, diba? Tapos fini-fill up ninyo. Practice testing tawag doon. Okay? Maganda yon actually. That's so much better than actually reading your notes and highlighting. Ang practice testing, may research na nagsasabi, okay, na this is scientifically proven to help you remember things better than simply reading your notes or highlighting. So, ano ibig sabihin nito? In a shorter amount of time, mas marami kayong maaalala, mas marami kayong matututunan, at mas marami kayong masisave na oras kapag sundan ninyo ang practice testing. So, advice ko talaga kapag nagre-review, wag lang yung basa-basa. Okay, you have to be active. Pwede nyo i-search to, practice testing, ang tawag nila minsan active recall, minsan ang tawag nila active learning, pareho lang yung lahat. Basta active or gumagana yung utak ninyo, ginagamit nyo siya para sumagot ng mga questions, mas madali or mas matatandaan ninyo yung mga inaaral ninyo. Ang maganda sa RGO, nagbibigay kami ng napakaraming kopya, napakaraming test, na hanggang masuka na kayo, okay, sa pag-a-answer ng mga test na yon. Okay, so you can do practice testing on RGO tests. It will really help when it comes to the board exams. Mamaya din, ang lecture ko, in-integrate ko na rin yung practice testing. I want all of us to answer together. You don't need a piece of paper. You can answer it with me as long as you can follow the lesson lang naman. Okay? Ang susunod naman, ito yung tatawag nating spaced repetition. Okay, so una, practice testing. Pangalawa, spaced repetition. Ang spaced repetition naman, ang importante dito, this method helps you remember things for longer amounts of time. Ano to? This is the scientifically proven way para maalala ninyo yung binasa ninyo months or even years down the line. Okay? At talaga makakatulong to sa board exam, obviously. Okay? Pagdating na dun sa mismong date ng board exam ninyo, at least mayroon na kayong idea kung paano ma-retain yung aaralin natin ngayong araw. Okay? So, how do you do spaced repetition? Simple lang siya. Okay? You practice test yourself the day after you reviewed a certain material. Okay? So, mag-practice testing ka. Tulad ng sinabi ko, practice testing. Cover mo yung part ng notes ninyo. Okay? Then, 2 days after, okay? So, 1 day, di ba? Nag-review kayo. 2 days after, aralin mo siya. Then, 3 days after, aralin mo ulit. Okay? Nakikita ninyo, lumalaki yung length, no? Dati, 1 day lang review. Then, susunod 2 days na. Then, susunod 3 days na. Kaya nga siya spaced repetition. Paiba-iba yung space na tinitake mo. Patagal ng patagal siya. Bakit natin kailangan gawin ang spaced repetition? Ito, pakita ko lang sa inyo through a graph. And I'll check lang kung okay pa yung aking live video. Okay pa naman siya. Okay, sige. So, pakita ko lang sa inyo, Ito yung graph na sinasabi ko. Okay? Ito yung tinatawag nating Ebbinghaus forgetting curve. Ano to? Isa siyang curve na nagpapakita kung anong percentage ng naaral mo ang naaalala mo after a certain amount of time. So, obviously, kapag nag-aaral ka, 100% of the time, if you test yourself immediately after, maaalala nyo siya. Kaya nga napakagaling natin sa cramming, di ba? Minsan nga nagka-cramming tayo the day before or the day of the exams. Okay, so board exam, obviously, hindi yan gagana. Hindi yan makakatulong sa atin. Okay, so 100% siya if you test yourself immediately after. Pero get this, 20 minutes later, ang maaalala mo na lang sa inaral mo, 20 minutes lang to is 58%. Halos kalahati na wala na. And then, an hour later, 44% na lang. Then, 9 hours later, 36% na lang. Then, 1 day later, 33% na lang. Anong sagot para dito sa problema na to? Tulad ng sinabi ko kanina is spaced repetition. Okay? Spaced repetition. Tulad ng sinabi ko sa inyo kanina. Okay? Tulad ng sinabi ko, you study the day after. Then, you study 2 days after. Then, you study 3 days after. Ano napapansin nyo dito? Nagre-reset yung curve, guys. Diba? Instead na patuloy-tuloy yung curve na makalimutan nyo na lahat ng lessons, ang nangyayari dahil nag-review ka, okay? Nagfa-flatten siya. Okay? Nagfa-flatten siya. Okay? Pagpasensyahan nyo na yung mga nagsasalita akong mga kapamilya dito sa bahay na to. Okay? Pero makikita nyo dito sa curve na to, nagfa-flatten siya, no? Sayang kung ito lang sana yung COVID-19 natin na curve, pero hindi. Okay, so yun tayo. Anong ibig sabihin pag nagfa-flatten? Ibig sabihin, you remember the material for longer amounts of time na. Kapag pinapractice mo siya. Nakakasunod. Okay? So if you practice spaced repetition for longer amounts of time, the material will be retained for longer amounts of time as well. Okay? So ang gawin mo dito, sabihin natin mag-aral ka 7 days after, na-remember mo lahat, nag-reset siya, longer pa yung mabibigay sa inyo na time. Kumbaga mas matagal nyo siya maalala, the longer the space, okay, ng pagre-review ninyo. Ganon ang spaced repetition. So tulad ng sinabi ko sa inyo, you study this day, then the next day, i-practice testing yung sarili nyo. Then the day after, 2 days after that, i-practice testing nyo ulit sarili nyo. And then 3 days after that, i-practice testing nyo ulit yung sarili ninyo. Okay? Para mas matagal ninyo ma-retain yung information. And the third one, this is my favorite. Okay, ang chunking, ginamit ko yung method na to nung inaaral ko na yung thorax, sa medicine. Hindi ko kasi mag-gets, kuryente kasi. Okay, puro negative potential, positive potential pagdating dun sa medicine, sa heart. Okay, tapos yung sa lungs naman, pressure naman. Sa akin, hindi ko mag-gets, hindi ako nagkakaroon ng general picture. And I noticed that was my biggest weakness while I was studying. Okay, at ito rin, napansin ko, ganito din pala ako mag-review ng board exam ko ng 2016. I was doing chunking. It was much easier to understand a topic when I knew the outline first. Nakakasunod? Ang chunking, ang gagawin nyo dito, tignan nyo muna yung general outline. Okay? Mula sa outline na yan, automatic na mag-fill in yung details para sa inyo. I'll give you a visual representation. Okay? Ito yung leon. Okay? Sorry, nasabi ko na kagad. Okay, the idea here is this. Ganito ang chunking. I-fill in mo lang yung outline niya. Okay, yung general parts lang. Without looking at the complete picture, alam nyo na kung anong binubuo ng puzzle set na to. Tama ba? Okay, ang binubuo ng puzzle set na to is what? Very good, aso. Joke. Ang puzzle set na to, ang binubuo niya is lion. Alam nyo na, di ba? Hindi pa kumpleto yung puzzle pieces, pero alam nyo na lalayon siya. Ganyan yung concept ng chunking. Okay? Ang una nyong gagawin is tignan nyo muna yung outline. You have to find out kung ano yung pagka-relationship ng iba't ibang parts or iba't ibang pieces ng puzzle. Okay? Or ang relationship ng iba't ibang parts ng binabasa ninyo. Okay? Pag nakita nyo na yung relationships niya, kung paano siya nakagawa, kung paano siya nakasetup, mas madali nyo na ma-identify yung specific na disorder, for example, yung specific na test na pwede nyo gamitin. Okay? So dito, the idea of chunking is, you get a general outline muna, and then saka na kayo pumunta sa mas specific na details. Or, ang main idea din ng chunking is this. Dapat makita ninyo yung interrelationships ng bawat variables na inaaral ninyo, or bawat bagay na inaaral ninyo. Ito rin, in-integrate ko na siya sa mismong lecture ko. Okay, so magcha-chunking tayo mamaya. Papakita ko sa inyo yung example kung paano din ako nagre-review. Okay, ipapakita ko rin sa inyo. So, huling-huli, gusto ko lang paalala sa inyo, I gave you 3 methods para ma-improve yung studying ninyo. But you don't need to practice these methods strictly. You can integrate them in a way that fits your studying style. So, anong ibig sabihin ko dito? Guys, of course, may sarili-sarili tayong reviewing style. You don't need to follow everything that I will teach you. Okay, alam ko yung iba sa inyo mas effective kapag may hawak kayong alak. Joke. I know mas effective yung sa iba sa inyo kapag may pagkain sa tabi ninyo, okay? Or kung sabihin natin nakiki-group review kayo, that really helps actually. Yung iba nga mas maganda ang pagre-review nila, and this is scientifically proven mas maganda ang pagre-review pag paiba-iba kayo ng lugar. Okay? So, hopefully, if you can, medyo ikot-ikot naman kayo sa bahay ninyo, wag lang sa kwarto. Okay? It's scientifically proven na if you study in a new environment, okay, that teaches your mind to be more flexible. Okay? To remember things in different environments. Okay? So, choice lang yan. Okay? Tulad nga nung sinabi ni Digong, ikot-ikot muna sa bahay, guys. Okay? So, yun tayo. So, yun lang muna. Yun yung tatlong methods na gusto ko integrate sa lecture natin ngayong araw. If you want to learn more, nawala yung link. Okay? Anyways, I will send you a link. Basta ang sa akin, ang sources ko dito, there is one very famous YouTuber, ang pangalan niya Ali Abdal. He's a psych student, okay? And he's a doctor na ngayon who graduated from Cambridge University. Sa kanya nanggaling yung main ideas ng space repetition and active recall. Pero mas maganda yung isa ko pang link na isa-send, which is an online course. And this is neuroscientific. It's from McMinn University and it's one of the best online courses you can take. Okay, maganda siya. Tuturuan kayo ng lahat ng methods na pwede nyo gamitin para makapag-aral kayo ng mas mabuti. Okay, so yun na yung introductions natin. Sorry kung medyo matagal, guys. That's what's around 15 minutes. Ituloy ko na sa actual na lecture natin. At tulad ng sinabi ko sa inyo, ang abnormal psychology, guys, yes, the previous years, maamin natin, medyo madali siya. Pero that does not give you the reason na maging complacent. Okay, in fact, the mere fact na pinag-uusapan ko madali siya, more or less, baka pahirapan na nila ngayon. Feel ko meron nakikinig dito. Okay? Na PRC joke. Okay, so yun tayo, guys. So, abnormal psychology, this is actually my favorite subject. Bakit? Kasi abnormal din ako. Okay? So, yun yung gusto natin pag-usapan ngayong araw. Okay, so abnormal psychology. Before we talk about abnormal psychology, first of all, let's define abnormal psychology. Bawal natin aralin ang isang bagay kung hindi natin alam kung ano yung inaaral natin. And to give you a general chunk mag-chunking muna tayo ngayong araw. Okay? Ito muna yung tatlong basic definitions natin. Ito yung chunk natin. General muna siya. Minsan kasi ang problema is napapag-interchange natin ang psychopathology, clinical psychology, at abnormal psychology. Okay? In fact, sa mga libro, kahit si Barlow mismo, hindi siya mahihiya. Okay? Binabaliktad niya. Okay? Ang abnormal psychology o psychopathology minsan, pero there's actually a fundamental difference. Even they acknowledge that. Okay, and I want to lecture muna kung ano yung difference. Start muna tayo sa number 1, Ano ang psychopathology? Para sa akin, pag inaaral ko kasi yung idea ng psychopathology, yung keyword ko dito, pathology Pathology is the study of sicknesses. Tama ba? Ay pag sinabi natin psychopathology, dito inaaral ninyo, sorry, napipiyok na ako, parang dalaga. Okay, so yun tayo. So dito inaaral ninyo mga sakit that's psychological. Okay, in other words, here you only study psychological disorders. Okay? Pag may nakita ka na isang behavior, okay, na medyo weird, medyo abnormal, okay? But it's not considered a psychological disorder. You can't say that that's part. You can't say that that's part of psychopathology. Kasi dito sa psychopathology, ang inaaral nilang is mga sakit. Yung mga nakikita nyo lang sa DSM-5, sa ICD-10 or 11. Okay? So, yan tayo. Dito sa psychopathology, strictly sa mga sakit lang to. When we say clinical psychology, ito naman yung applied branch na obviously ginagamit natin sa clinical setting. Okay? At ang problema kasi natin, pag pinag-uusapan clinical psychology, ang iniisip ka agad natin, aminin natin, therapy ka agad. Actually, clinical psychology is not only treatment. Okay, you have to remember that clinical psychology is actually has three aspects, understanding, assessment, at treatment. Gusto ko i-emphasize itong assessment. Yes, guys, psych assessment is still under clinical psychology. Okay, yung mga test na binibigay natin sa mga tao, lalo na sa mga clinical setting, clinical psych na yon, you're practicing clinical psychology to a certain extent. Okay, pero not strictly. As long as you're using it dun sa mismong setting, okay, na clinical setting, at nag-a-assess ka, at nag-treat ka, obviously, at iniintindi mo rin yung mga tao na to, clinical psychology pa rin yun. Sa tingin ninyo, psychopathology at clinical psychology, parang napakalaking umbrella term. Pero actually, that's a misconception. Kasi mas malaking umbrella term pa tong pangatlo. Okay, ang pangatlo natin, abnormal psychology. Ito yung pinakamalaking umbrella term. In fact, sa sources na nabasa ko, minsan ang sinasabi nila, ipaghalo mo ang psychopathology at clinical psychology, all of them belong to abnormal psychology. Kung meron man tayong umbrella term sa tatlo na yon, it's abnormal psychology. Okay, at ang abnormal psychology, inaaral mo yung mga sakit, Abnormal psychology, iniintindi mo yung mga sakit. Ding, ding, ding. That's clinical psychology. Okay? At dito rin sa abnormal psychology, inaaral mo lahat ng abnormal behavior. Nakakasunod. So dito, that's why I underline na, no, which may or may not indicate an underlying condition. The moment na may nakita ka na isang tao nag-acting siya abnormally, far from the normal, different from the norm, okay? Abnormal behavior na yon. Kasama na siya sa abnormal psychology. So simply put, this field studies all kinds of behavior as long as they can be classified as abnormal. So dito makikita nyo, abnormal psychology, lahat ng abnormal behavior. Malas, kasi pagdating sa board exam natin, anong subject pa tayo? Psychopathology ba? Clinical psych or abnormal psych? It's abnormal psychology, guys. Okay, abnormal psychology tayo. So, yes, kailangan nyo ng unting background talaga sa assessment kahit clinical setting. Yes, kailangan nyo ng background talaga sa pagdadiagnose. That's part of the exam, abnormal psychology. Pero ang maganda sa abnormal psychology, guys, di ba? Very interesting siya. Ano, pag may kaklase kayo na medyo abnormal, ang saya i-diagnose. Pero huwag nyo gawin yun. Okay, bawal yun. That's unethical. Anyways, let's continue. So, let's chunk na. Tulad ng sinabi ko kanina, meron tayong 3 terms na napagpapalit-palit. Okay, sa akin, ang ilalagay ko lang dito yung mga outlines lang. Ganito ako mag-review. Nililista ko yung general na mga terms, tapos fini-fill in ko sa baba nila yung mga alam ko talaga ng mga bagay, yung mga pinaka-alam ko na bagay tungkol sa kanya. Everything. Lahat ng pwede ko masulat. Psychopathology, di ba? Ano alam natin dyan? Sa akin, ang lalagay ko dyan, psychological disorders. Okay? Pag sinabi natin clinical psychology, sabi ko sa inyo, 3 aspeto siya. So, dito sa clinical psychology, lagay mo understanding, assessment, and treatment. Or pwede nyo ilagay clinical setting. Di ba? Mas madaling tandaan. Guys, kayo na bahala kung paano kayo magno-notes dito or magcha-chunking dito. Basta the idea is makita ninyo yung interrelationships. Okay? And the third one is abnormal psychology. Pag ako, maglalagay ako ng notes dyan, any abnormal behavior. Okay? Pag abnormal psychology. So, hopefully, okay lang yung bilis. Hopefully, alam ko naman, karamihan din sa inyo nakaaral na ng napakarami or may mga nakaaral na sa inyo. So, I'll continue na. Let's start active learning, guys. Okay, let's go to question 1. I'll give you an example. Okay, psychometricians who administer tests in order to assess individuals with psychological dysfunctions for treatment planning are most likely working in this field. Okay, so based sa turo ko kanina, ano sa tingin nyo yung field na yan? Or ano sa 3 yung tamang sagot? Okay, para sa akin, paano ko sinasagutan to? This is what I do. I look at the keywords. So, ano yung keywords natin? We have assessment and treatment. Based dun sa chunks na nagawa natin kanina. Okay, based sa chunks na nagawa natin kanina, ano yung tamang sagot? Sige, I'll give you time. Okay, very good. The correct answer is clinical psychology. Okay, clinical psychology. Let's continue. Let's go to question 2. Hopefully, di masyado mabilis ha. You plan to study specific psychological disorders for your thesis. In order to more accurately classify your research, it should be filed under what? Okay, so ano yung keywords natin dito? We have psychological disorders. Very good. At kapag pinag-uusapan natin psychological disorders specifically, ano tawag natin dyan? Very good. It's psychopathology. Okay, so makikita nyo na mula dun sa chunks na nagawa natin kanina, no? Kaya nyo natandaan ng mas maayos. Basta look at the thing from a bird's eye view. Okay, yun yung sasabi nila. Okay, look at the thing from a bird's eye view. Question 3 naman. Okay, in order to more accurately describe a certain tribe's cultural practices, you first identify aspects that make it different from the practices of the Philippine majority. Their behaviors, which are different from normal behavior in the Philippines, can be studied under what? Okay? So, dito ano yung keyword natin? Aspects that make it different from the practices and different from normal behavior. So, the correct answer is abnormal psychology. Okay ba? Nakakasunod pa ba? Okay pa? Sige, hopefully, gumagana pa. Check ko lang ulit yung live stream ha. Okay, it's working pa naman. Sige, let's continue. So, punta na tayo sa susunod. So, how can you tell if a particular behavior is abnormal? Tulad ng sinabi ko sa inyo, guys, kanina lang. Okay, sa abnormal psychology, inaaral natin lahat ng abnormal behavior. Okay? So, kapag inaaral natin lahat ng abnormal behavior, okay, sorry, tingnan ko lang kung maayos pa. Okay. Kung inaaral natin lahat ng abnormal behavior, ang tanong naman ngayon, paano nyo malaman kung abnormal ang behavior ng isang individual? Okay, at dito, what you can do is use criteria. Okay, like the scientists we are, kailangan natin ng criteria or standards para ma-ensure, okay, na abnormal talaga ang behavior ng isang tao. Kasi sa totoo lang, okay, minsan ba naisip ninyo yung behavior ng nanay nyo abnormal siya? Okay, or behavior ng kapatid ninyo, lalo na naiwan na tayo dito sa mga bahay-bahay natin. Minsan nga yung jowa ninyo, no, mapapansin nyo, parang abnormal talaga to. Okay, swerte ninyo kasi kayo, may background kayo para malaman kung abnormal yung mahal niya sa buhay. Okay, kasi meron tayo talagang criteria para malaman kung abnormal ang behavior ng isang tao. Okay, and as I said, chunking ulit guys, ito ang criteria na ginagamit natin para malaman kung abnormal ang behavior ng isang tao. We have 4 criteria, explain ko na sila isa-isa. Tignan nyo yung jowa nyo ngayon or yung kasama nyo sa buhay nyo ngayon. Okay? Sige, tignan nyo yung behavior na ba hindi pa sumusunod sa cultural or social standards. Okay, medyo weird ba talaga siya pag ipakita sa ibang tao? Baka naman yung weirdness niya, normal yan sa mga tao na sa parehong bahay. Tignan nyo, okay, kapag nag-violate siya ng norms or hindi siya sumusunod sa usual na standards ng society at napaka-weird yung pag-acting ng kakilala ninyo, pwede nyo masabi na, possibly abnormal yung behavior niya kasi meron ng norm violation. That's one of the possible criteria that you can fulfill. Pangalawa naman, we have abnormality as statistical rarity. Guys, ito actually sa matatandang libro ko to nakuha. Okay, sa manual namin sa SLU. Kay Barlow, nakakalimutan nila yung statistical rarity or hindi na nila pinapansin. Pero I'll add it just in case. When we say statistical rarity, abnormality na statistically rare, bihira siya mangyari. Gets? Kaya nga siya tinatawag na statistically rare kasi hindi siya nangyayari sa normal na individual. Okay, at saan nyo nakikita to? Sa scores ng mga tao. Okay, I'll give you an example of an abnormal behavior. Okay? Kapag ang nakuhang IQ score ng isang individual is 65, for example, sa IQ test, you can say na meron siyang mild intellectual disability. Okay? In other words, yung intellectual abilities niya, abnormal. His behaviors are, to a certain extent, abnormal. Okay, yan yung abnormality as statistical rarity. Pakita ko lang sa inyo, alam ko sawang-sawa na kayo dito sa curve na to, no? Nakakasuka na siya pag nakikita ninyo. Ito yung tatawag natin na normal curve, guys. Okay. So, ang behaviors na rare na mangyari as ang part ng normal curve, very good. Dito sa dulo, di ba? Yan, 0.14%. Yung mga tao na nakabilang dyan sa parts na yan, okay? Yung mga nakabilang sa mga parts na to, sila yung mga statistically rare individuals. Yan yung sasabi natin. Abnormal sila kasi malayo sila sa normal when it comes to their scores. Bihira sila nangyayari, bihira sila nag-i-exist. Only 0.14% of people say get an IQ score of below 50. Okay? And only 0.14% of people get an IQ score of say 150 and above. Okay? Sila yung mga rare. Okay? And ang malungkot kasi dito sa statistical rarity natin na criteria, imperfect siya. Okay, bakit siya imperfect? Kasi kapag sinabi natin, sure, mentally disabled ng isang tao, abnormal siya. Okay, pwede natin sabihin, sure, pwede yan maging abnormal. Pero porke matalino ba ang isang tao, IQ niya 180, abnormal ka agad? Diba? So, imperfect siya. Tulad rin nung una kong sinabi sa inyo, norm violation, guys. This is also abnormal. Abnormal. This is also imperfect. Bakit? Kasi hindi lang naman ang cultural or social standards ang meron natin. Okay? Alam nyo ba, may kultura dito sa Pilipinas na ang ginagawa ng magpapakasal, isang gagawin ng lalaki, sa kasal nila mismo, sa harap ng ibang tao, magmamasturbate siya sa harap nila. Sa mismong kasal nila, gagawin niya talaga yon. Okay, tribo yan sa Pilipinas. At ang gagawin nila, mag-ejaculate siya sa isang leather skin. So, makikita ng lahat talaga yung ding-dong dantes niya. Okay, tapos mag-ejaculate siya sa, sa leather skin. Anong gagawin sa leather skin na to? Kukunin nung papakasalan niyang babae yung leather skin, tapos ipapatong niya sa vagina niya. Ito guys, of course, kapag gawin mo yan in public, mag-masturbate ka in public, vivideohan ka, okay? Tapos tatanungin ka kung anong ginagawa mo, okay? Because it's abnormal. Pero sa kanila, masturbating in public, sa kultura nila, it's normal. So, hindi rin perfect tong standard na to. So, yung unang standard, hindi perfect. Yung pangalawang standard, hindi rin perfect. Yung pangatlo, guys, huwag na kayong magulat, hindi siya perfect. Okay? Para makajowa lang natin. Okay, abnormality as psychological dysfunction. This is not a perfect criteria, pero it's the closest one to a perfect criteria. Simple lang siya. Lahat ng behavior na nagko-cause ng dysfunction, at define ko lang kung ano dysfunction ha. Okay, dysfunction is when you cannot function normally na. Okay, at how can you function normally? Ang nanay, inaalagaan ang anak, that's normal. Okay, ang estudyante pumapasok sa school, that's normal. Ang sabihin natin, ang nagtatrabaho, empleyado, pumapasok sa office, ginagawa niya yung maayos yung trabaho niya. Okay, that's normal. That's functioning. The moment na hindi mo magawa ng maayos yung trabaho mo, the moment na hindi ka na makapasok sa school, the moment na hindi ka na maka-act na parang nanay because of a certain behavior, sabihin natin panic attacks, sabihin natin depression, that behavior is considered abnormal. I'll give you an example, okay? People who have panic attacks, di ba? Sila yung nawawalan na nung paningin, di ba? Yung nahihimatay na, okay? Hindi na natin alam kung ano nangyayari sa kanila. Dahil sa sobrang pagpapanik attack nila, hindi na sila nakakapunta sa school, or minsan hindi na nila nagagawa yung trabaho nila, maski mapadoktor pa yan, okay? Or mapa-psychometrician yan, or mapapulis yan. Pag nagpapanik attack sila, hindi na nila nagagawa yung function nila ng maayos. Okay? So we can consider panic attacks as abnormal behavior. Okay, so yun yung criteria na to, pangatlo. Pero this is imperfect as well. Alam nyo ba? Alam nyo ba? Bakit siya naging imperfect? Ang ginamit na libro talaga, na example talaga sa mga libro na nabasa ko, ang magandang example is yung World War II. Yung mga Nazis, alam nyo ba, there's a certain percentage of Germans nung World War II na kapag inutusan sila pumatay ng Hudyo, di ba? Pumatay sila napakaraming Hudyo. Pag pumatay sila ng Hudyo, okay, hindi nila sinusundan. Okay? In a sense, they're not doing their functions kasi mga sundalo to eh. Okay, mga tao to. Ang trabaho nila at the time, patayin yung mga Hudyo, pero hindi nila ginagawa. They're psychologically dysfunctional, pero masasabi nyo ba abnormal sila? Kasi ayaw nilang pumatay. Okay, so makikita nyo dito, ano? This criteria is also imperfect. And the last one, wag na kayong magulat, is imperfect as well. At ito yung pinaka-common na ginagawa natin. In fact, ito yung rason kaya pumupunta tayo sa mga psychiatrists or psychologists. Okay? This is the fourth criteria, abnormality as personal discomfort. The moment na ang isang behavior nagkakos ng personal discomfort, abnormal na siya. Ganun lang kasimple. Okay, I'll give you a very simple example. Lahat naman may alam sa depression, di ba? Alam natin na ang mga tao na to, meron silang negative thinking styles. Okay? Pag mag-cognitive kayo na perspective dyan, sasabihin nila marami silang cognitive distortions. Okay? So dito, ang mga tao na may cognitive distortions, nagkakos ng depression, minsan anxiety. Okay, in fact, there are books, sila David Burns, i-claim nila lahat ng negative behaviors natin galing sa cognitive distortions. In other words, ang cognitive distortions natin, they are abnormal because they cause personal discomfort. Nakakasunod? Okay. Sige. So hopefully, medyo na-absorb natin yung lesson na yun ng maayos. Okay, it's time to chunk. Okay, chunk na ulit. Guys, mamaya sa next natin na lesson dito, dire-diretso na. No? I'll leave it to you na kung paano kayong mag-chunk, kung anong style gusto ninyong gamitin. Okay, so let's chunk na. So first of all, abnormality can be seen through 4 possible methods. Kayo na bahala mag-fill in dito, pero I'll give you a guide na lang para mabilis. When we say norm violation, ang main idea dito, cultural or social standards natin, nabe-break natin. Okay? Hindi natin na susundan. Okay? That's abnormality as norm violation. Next naman, we have abnormality as statistical rarity. Yung mga tao or mga behaviors na bihira mangyari, statistically, those are abnormal behavior. Okay? Yung mga tao na sobrang baba ng IQ score, mga tao na sobrang talino, okay? Their behaviors can be considered abnormal, okay? Dahil yung IQ nila is too high. Okay? So, yun tayo. Let's continue. The third one is psychological dysfunction. Pag sinabi natin psychological dysfunction, yung mga tao, dahil sa isang abnormal behavior, hindi na sila makafunction ng maayos. Okay? Example natin dyan is, kanina nga, panic attacks. Okay? And the fourth one is personal discomfort. At pag sinabi natin personal discomfort, it causes emotional or physical discomfort. People who have OCD, their compulsions cause what? Okay? Depression, anxiety, ano pa yung mga compulsions nila? Those behaviors, in other words, they're abnormal. Okay? So, hopefully, na-chunk nyo na siya. I'll give you time to note it down. Kahit unti lang siguro. Okay, sige, tignan ko lang yung questions ha. Sir, if a person is highly intellectual, is that abnormal? Yun nga, yun yung problema, di ba? Yun yung problema nung criteria na yun. Kasi porke matalino ka, abnormal ka na ba? Ano? Alam ko masusumbat nyo yan sa mga matatalino yung kaklase. Please, wag nyo gawin yan. Okay? Okay, sige. Okay lang ba ako? Syempre, okay ako. Masayang masaya ako, guys. Okay, sige. Sige, I'll give you notes now to absorb that. Sige, let's continue na. Let's active learn na. I'll give you questions. You answer with me. Okay? Sige, let's go to question 4. This time, guys, di ko na sasabihin sa inyo yung mga underlined, mga main ideas. Kaya nyo na to. Okay? Or you can do that on your own. I want you to learn how to do that on your own. Dito sa question na to, tignan ninyo kung ano yung mga main ideas. Okay? So, classify the following abnormal behaviors according to the criteria they fulfill. Artyom dances and yells in public because it is his way of showing appreciation. O, ano yung keywords dyan? At ano yung criteria na na-fulfill niya? Okay, the correct answer is abnormality as norm violation. Okay, actually ito makikita nyo na, no, talagang it doesn't conform to society's expectation. Hindi mo na gagawin yan sa labas, di ba? It doesn't conform to societal or cultural expectations. Let's continue. Okay, classify the sorry. Dima was given antidepressant medication because he had been struggling to do his job as a frontliner. What do you think is the correct answer? Okay? The correct answer. Yes, this is 4Ds. Kung naging lecture ninyo yung mahal ko sa buhay, si Eliza Vinalay, 4Ds. This is the 4Ds. Okay? Pareho lang yun. Pero sa akin kasi, I'm using a different framework. Okay, so yung tamang sagot dito is psychological dysfunction. Sorry, masyadong matagal. Let's continue na. Psychological dysfunction, tulad ng sinabi ko, hindi siya makafunction ng maayos. Let's continue. Cordi can't stop thinking about how the cables under his table will get tangled. So he constantly checks them. He went to a psychotherapist because he couldn't handle the struggle anymore. So this is abnormality as what? Okay, that's abnormality as personal discomfort. Okay, basta nagko-cause na siya ng immense personal discomfort. Ito di ko nasabi kanina, bakit siya imperfect? Kasi sa totoo lang guys, porke ba nalulungkot tayo, may depression na tayo kaagad? Porke ba sumasaya tayo, may bipolar disorder na tayo? Hindi. Okay, hindi porke meron kang personal discomfort, abnormal ka agad yung behavior mo. Okay, and this is, di ba, sa totoo lang, ito yung mismong criteria na medyo alanganin kasi kailangan mo i-define talaga ano nga ba ang matinding personal discomfort at ano yung mahina na personal discomfort. Ano ang normal na personal discomfort? Ano ang abnormal na personal discomfort? So yes, imperfect pa rin to. Lahat sila imperfect na. So how do we deal with that? I will teach you immediately after this. Okay? Imperfect kasi lahat eh. Parang mga jowa lang natin. Pero except jowa ko. Perfect jowa ko. Joke, hindi. Anyways, let's continue. Okay, question 7. Kirk unfortunately obtained an IQ score of 65 in the Stanford Binet Intelligence Scale. This classifies Kirk as having mildly impaired intellectual capability. So, dapat kabisado nyo na to. We're gonna be psychometricians in the future. Ang 65 na IQ score, it can be classified as mildly impaired. Okay? So, yan tayo. So, ano tawag kay Kirk? Okay? Ano yung criteria na fulfill niya? It's, di ba? Main idea dito, score na yan. Number yan. That's a statistical rarity. At tulad ng sinabi ko sa inyo kanina, nakakalito kasi yung 4 na to is imperfect siya. So, how do we know if a person is abnormal? Simple lang. Yung 4 na criteria na yan, ihalo-halo natin. Okay? Kaya nga, ang definition ng abnormal behavior sa libro ni Barlow, kinuha ko to sa libro ni Barlow. Okay? Abnormal behavior, at makikita nyo dito, hinalo niya na lahat. Ano? Abnormal behavior is a psychological dysfunction within an individual that is associated with distress or impairment in functioning and a response that is not typical or culturally expected. Okay? So, pinaghalo niya na lahat. Okay? Meron na dyan psychological dysfunction, meron na dyan personal discomfort, meron na siyang, okay? So, cultural norm violation or norm violation. Okay, so yan tayo. Pinaghalo niya na lahat. So napansin ko, yes, ang tagal ng introduction ni Sir, no? Gusto ko lang ibigay muna yung general idea. This time, let's speed things up. Okay, and I want to be more specific this time. I want to show you, I want to be more what do you call this? Let's talk about the topics in a faster manner at yung mga bagay talaga na pwede natin tutunan talaga. Okay? At alam naman natin, pagdating dito sa abnormal psychology, ang number one na source ng lahat is DSM-5. Okay? Hindi natin ito makakalimutan. In fact, yung assessments din natin, sometimes we can base it here. Not sometimes. Actually, andito lahat ng diagnostic criteria natin. The DSM-5 contains all of the data or information you need to know in order to diagnose an individual. At sino gumagamit ito? Lahat ng mental health professionals. Okay? Especially psychologists and psychiatrists. Okay? Andito lahat ng basis. Paano nyo ba malaman kung may major depressive disorder isang tao? Dito nyo malalaman. Paano nyo ba malaman kung may bipolar disorder ang isang tao? Dito nyo malalaman. Sa DSM-5. Okay? So this is the gold standard. You can say that ICD-10 and soon to be released ICD-11 is also a good source or one of the gold standards, okay, of diagnosis. What's the difference between DSM-5 and ICD-10 or 11? DSM-5 is released or produced by the American Psychiatric Association. Okay? So APA ang nagre-release nito. Ang nagre-release ng ICD-11 at ICD-10 na halos pareho lang din yung diagnostic criteria, although there are some minor differences. Ang nagre-release ng ICD-10 and ICD-11 is World Health Organization. So in other words, medyo mas international ang ICD-10 and ICD-11. Sir, dumating ba sa board exam yung ICD-10 and ICD-11? Sa personal experience ko lang dapat di ko to share, pero I did not encounter any particular questions about ICD-10 and ICD-11. Okay? More or less kasi halos pareho din yung diagnostic criteria nila. At dito sa DSM-5, they classify mental disorders into a number of broad categories. Napakarami. Okay? So, ang una dito, we have sobrang dami. Binasa ko na lang to dun sa sa table of contents din. Okay? At sa pagbabasa niyo ng mga libro ng abnormal psychology, ganito rin yung classifications na ginagamit nila. Okay? So, ang unang classification is neurodevelopmental disorders. Ang pangalawang classification is schizophrenia spectrum and other psychotic disorders. I'll give you brief introductions lang para familiar lang kayo. Para pag nakita niyo yung terms na yan, meron na kayong general na chunk. Okay? Basta ito yung general classifications ng mga disorders natin. Ang neurodevelopmental disorders, guys, ito yung mga disorders na nagre-relate sa proper development ng isang individual. Okay? So, ano yung mga disorders na nagre-relate sa proper development ng isang individual? We have ADHD, we have autism. Okay, yan ang neurodevelopmental disorders natin. Sa DSM-4-TR, ang tawag natin dito is developmental disorders lang. But in the DSM-5, they discovered that these developmental disorders, almost all of them have neurological or biological basis. So, pinaghalo na nila. Ginawa na lang neurodevelopmental disorders in the DSM-5. Remember DSM-5 is not spelled as DSM-V, it's DSM-5 talaga. Okay, why do they do that? DSM-5 para mas madali na i-revise. Kasi dati, ang ginawa nila DSM-IV, ni-revise nila DSM-IV-TR. Ang komplikado na. Dito, ang ginawa nila, number na lang. Para ang revision na lang ng DSM-5 is DSM-5.1, DSM-5.2, DSM-5.69, favorite number. Okay, so yun tayo. So dito sa DSM-5, number talaga yung ginagamit. Okay, and as I said, neurodevelopmental disorders, andito na sila ADHD, autism. You have to remember that development is step by step yan. Okay? Stairs yan. Yan na lang isipin ninyo. Neurodevelopmental disorders, nagka-problema ka sa isang tapakan sa stairs. Pag naubusan ka ng isang apakan sa stairs, di ka na makakapunta sa next step, lalo na pag mataas yung steps. Diba? That's the idea. Natanggalan ka na isang step, nalag ka tuloy sa isang part. Okay, when we say schizophrenia spectrum and other psychotic disorders, ito yung pinakamatitindi, we can say. These people, they have problems na talaga with their perception of the world, with how they handle things in the world, how they perceive themselves. In fact, schizophrenia, di ba? Came from the idea of what? Okay, yung word, saan nanggaling? Okay, schizo came from the word schizane, which means split, and phrenia means personality. Okay, so anong ibig sabihin yan? Split personality? No. The idea here is, nag-split yung personality mo to the point na watak-watak na yung pagkatao mo. That's why kung pansinin niyo sila, parang watak-watak nga yung pagkatao nila. Hindi na normal. And remember ang schizophrenia spectrum natin, spectrum na siya. Ano ibig sabihin nito? Ratings na. Okay, hindi na tayo nagda-diagnose ng catatonic, hindi na tayo nagda-diagnose ng undifferentiated na schizophrenia. Bakit? Kasi napansin nila, nung DSM-4TR pa lang, na karamihan ng schizophrenia is undifferentiated. Ano ibig sabihin nun? Halo-halo yung symptoms, okay? Merong catatonia, okay? Merong disorganized, okay? Karamihan ng tao, yun yung sa kanila, yung schizophrenia nila. Halo-halo talaga. So sabi nila, wag na tayo mag-diagnose ng disorganized, wag na tayo mag-diagnose ng catatonia, tawagin na lang natin siyang schizophrenia spectrum. Okay, that's the change that happened in the DSM-5. Next, let's continue. Let's have bipolar and related disorders. I want to relate this to the next one, which we call depressive disorders. In books, sometimes when they discuss both of these, anong tawag nila sa bipolar at saka sa depressive, they call them the what? The mood disorders. Ang tawag nila sa kanila is mood disorders. Okay, so bipolar and related disorders at saka depressive disorders, related sila sa mood ng mga tao or sa emotions na nararamdaman ninyo. To put it simply kasi, dalawa lang naman talaga, okay, yung states na pwede nyo ma-achieve na considered abnormal. Okay, when it comes to your emotion, it's either depressive or manic. And I have to make this clear. Pag ang isang tao nagkaroon na ng manic episode, ang diagnosis kaagad sa kanya is bipolar kaagad. Okay? Walang manic disorder. Walang unipolar manic disorder, guys. In the latest versions pa, hindi tayo nagtatawag muna ng manic na unipolar. Kasi ang sinasabi ng karamihan, most people who experience manic episodes, and research shows, most of them experience depressive episodes as well. So bipolar and related disorders, basta nagkaroon ka ng manic episode, yan na yun. And of course, kapag depression lang ang nang-experience mo, kung kanina masaya ka, tapos bigla ka malulungkot, diba? Ngayon naman, nakaka-experience ka depression lang, di ba? Parang mas malas yung depression lang. That is a depressive disorder na. Okay? Minsan tawag natin dito unipolar depressive. Okay? Dito na papasok sino? Dysthymia, okay? Or dysthymic disorder na yung tawag ngayon. Okay? So yan, let's continue. Here, anxiety disorders, at saka obsessive compulsive and related disorders. I'll show you another change. Okay? Ito rin nakakalito, lalo na pag binabasa niyo yung mga older books na based sa DSM-4TR. Actually, itong OCD, kasali siya dati sa anxiety disorders. In fact, ang description pa ni Barlow doon sa book niya dati, 6th edition ng Abnormal Psychology and Integrative Approach, ang description niya pa sa obsessive compulsive disorder, okay, is pinaghalo mo lahat ng anxiety disorder, tapos nag-manifest siya. That's OCD. Okay, so dati part siya ng anxiety disorders. Ngayon, ano nangyari? Nagkaroon na siya ng sarili niyang classification. At dito sa obsessive compulsive and related disorders, guys, you have to remember, ang classified lang dito, dapat yung behaviors nila may obsessions. Okay? Describe ko lang kung ano obsessions, guys, ha. Obsessions, ito yung mga pervasive thoughts. Mga bagay na iniisip ninyo na hindi nyo mapigilang pag-isipan. Okay? So, yan tayo. Ayoko na humugot-hugot dyan. Okay? Punta na lang kayo sa subtle clown traits. Okay, let's continue. Pag sinabi natin compulsive, guys, compulsive, these are the behaviors that we do in order to compensate for these obsessions. Okay? So, ang compulsions yung mga behaviors na ginagawa natin para mag-compensate dun sa mga hindi tumitigil na mga thoughts. Okay, I'll give you an example, ha. A mother who can't stop thinking about drowning her child. Okay, may case talaga na ganyan. Hindi niya mapigilang isipin na nilulunod niya yung anak niya. That's the obsession. Okay? Every time na maisip niya na nilulunod niya yung anak niya, anong gagawin niya? Punta siya sa CR, tapos hugas siya ng kamay hanggang dumugo yung kamay niya. The washing hands part, yun yung compulsion. Nakakasunod. Okay, yun yung obsessive compulsive natin. Mapapansin nyo, under this classification, yung mga disorders rin, makikita nyo, laging merong obsession, tapos may compulsion na gagawin. May obsession, may compulsion na gagawin. Yan yung dalawang factors ng obsessive compulsive and related disorders. And yes, dinidiscuss ko talaga lahat, guys, ha, para meron tayong general chunk. Let's continue. We have the trauma and stressor-related disorders. Okay? Kapag sinabi natin trauma, ha, guys, trauma, nakukuha nyo lang to when you experience death, injury, or sexual assault. So, ano ibig sabihin ng trauma dito? Guys, kapag ang nanay nyo nagpabili sa inyo ng suka, tapos nung bumalik kayo, sinigawan kayo kasi kulang yung sukle, bawal nyo sabihin na na-trauma kayo. Okay? Pag sinabi natin trauma, okay, either naka-experience ka ng death, injury, or sexual assault. Of course, pag sinabi ko death, hindi yung mamamatay ka mismo. Of course, pag namatay ka, wala ka ng PTSD kasi patay ka na. Okay, so pag sinabi natin trauma, guys, okay, ang trauma, death ha, pag sabi ko death, nakakita ka na matay sa harap mo. Okay, or malapit na kayo mamatay. Okay, that's trauma. Pag sinabi ng nanay mo, ikaw wala kang kwentang anak, sana mamatay ka na. Okay, sige, to a certain extent, pwede yan maging trauma. Okay, o sana pinatay na lang kita or something like that. Okay, that's trauma. And stress-related disorders. Okay, makikita natin to sa mga sundalo. Oh, okay. This is quite controversial, pero alam niyo naman kung ano nangyari, di ba? Dun sa isang sundalo na hindi makapag-comply dun sa COVID-19 na quarantine. Okay? Sabi daw nila, meron daw siyang schizophrenia. Some people say may PTSD siya. Okay, so yan, trauma yan. Naka-experience siya matinding death. Okay, let's continue. Dissociative disorders, pag sinasabi natin dissociative disorders, ano dapat pumasok sa utak ni dito? Dissociation means separation. Okay, so dito, nagse-separate ka sa katawan mo, okay, or minsan nagse-separate ka sa reality. Okay? Anong mga disorders saan dito? Nagsaseparate sa katawan mo? Yes. Dito yung disorder na tatawag nating depersonalization disorder. Naalala niyo yun? Yung ballerina na sumasayaw siya, tapos maya-maya makikita niya yung sarili niya, mag-walk away sa katawan niya, tapos papanoorin niya yung sarili niyang sumasayaw. Okay? That's depersonalization under dissociative disorder. Ano pa meron dito? Depersonalization or separation from the self, separation from personality. Andito din yung tinatawag nating dissociative identity disorder or yung tatawag nating split personality disorder. Kung napanood nyo na yung movie na Split, okay? yun. Except hindi totoo kapag may split personality ka tapos binaril ka, mamamatay ka talaga. Okay, so dito sa dissociative disorder or split personality disorder, okay, nagsaseparate ka from aspects of your personality. That's the main idea of dissociative disorders. Don't worry, I will lecture this if matapos yung quarantine, hopefully. Let's continue. Somatic symptom and related disorders. Dati, baka kasi hindi kayo familiar sa term na to. Ang tawag dito sa classification na to is what? Somatoform disorder. Okay? So yan, somatoform disorder. So ano yung meron dito? Yung nagkakaroon ka ng symptoms sa katawan. Yung mga tao na bubulag, na wala namang basis yung pagkabulag nila. Okay? Mga tao na pipilay, na wala namang basis yung pagkapilay nila. Okay? Wala namang biological basis. Ano tawag natin doon? Conversion disorder. At ang conversion disorder under ng somatic symptom and related disorders. Let's continue. Ito actually, ako personally, hindi ako masyado familiar dito, but when I read about it, okay, gets ko na. Elimination disorders, ano to? Ang tatandaan nyo lang, urination and defecation. Okay, under elimination disorders, the two primary disorders that you can find here is enuresis at saka encopresis. Hopefully, nagno-notes kayo kung kaya nyo or at least na ano na lang. Tingnan lang natin kung paano natin gagawin yung chunking nito. Anyways, the idea here is this. Enuresis, encopresis. Enuresis, hindi appropriate yung lugar na pinag-iihian ng isang tao or hindi niya makontrol yung pag-ihi niya. Okay? That's enuresis, di ba? Urine, uresis. Okay? Pag sabi natin encopresis naman, defecation. Okay? Hindi tama yung lugar kung saan siya nagbabawas. Okay? Or, nagkakaproblema siya sa pag-hold ng pagbabawas niya. So, bigla lang siya magbabawas. Okay? So, that's elimination disorders. Yun lang yung tatandaan ninyo. Sleep-wake disorders and andito na yung description, di ba? We have sleepwalking, which we also call somnambulism. Okay, so yan tayo. Dito na. Okay, yung mga disorders na depending on the REM cycle, kung andun ka ba sa REM sleep, or kung before the REM sleep happens, dito lahat. Sleep-wake disorders. And sleep apnea can be part of sleep-wake disorders. Okay, you can't call this a you can't call this a mental disorder per se. Pero sometimes, most of the time, you call them sleep disorders lang. Okay, but they're still part of the DSM-5, sleep-wake disorders. Ito next, favorite topic ko to, Kung pwede nga lecture natin yan mamaya Okay, kung may oras tayo, the sexual dysfunctions. Dito when we're talking about sexual dysfunctions, you have to remember na dito, hindi yan tungkol sa tingin mo sa sarili mo, okay? Ang sexual dysfunctions is about sexual intercourse. Okay, so sexual dysfunctions, dito nagkakaproblema sila sa sexual intercourse. There are different parts to sexual intercourse. May desire phase, may orgasm phase. lahat sila may sari-sariling disorder. Okay? So, pag ganun ang pinag-uusapan, sexual dysfunctions, ha? Sexual intercourse ang pinag-uusapan. Kasi ang tingin mo sa sarili mo, when we're talking about issues of gender, we call that gender dysphoria na. They have their own category in the DSM-5. Gender dysphoria, and you can say dysphoria, na, anong definition ba ng dysphoria? Dysphoria is discomfort. Okay? Okay, being uneasy. That's dysphoria. Okay? So, what does this mean? Lahat ba ng mga tao na homosexual, for example, masasabi natin may gender dysphoria? No. Dysphoria means discomfort. So, hindi porke meron kang problema, okay, sa tingin mo sa sarili, sorry. Hindi porke mahilig ka sa same sex, meron ka ng mental disorder? No. Okay? Wala kang mental disorder. Actually, magkakaroon ka lang ng mental disorder kapag very disruptive na. Okay, nagkaroon ka na ng dysphoria talaga or matinding discomfort. Okay, saka lang magiging disorder na yan. Sadly enough, guys, ang mga tao na may gender dysphoria, ang taas ng suicide rates. So, this is one of the things that we have to focus on. Okay? Next naman, we have disruptive impulse control and conduct disorders. Yung mga nag-explode ng mga tao, di ba? Yung hindi makapigil magnakaw. Okay, so yan tayo. Yan tinatawag natin impulse control and conduct disorder. Next we have, yes, addiction. Lahat to part ng DSM-5, lahat. Okay, sa lahat pa ng substances. Even to a certain extent, yung kala natin magaganda like marijuana, they have a specific disorder attributed to them. Next naman, we have neurocognitive disorders. And this is more, ano siya, mas biological siya. More related siya dun sa thinking natin. Andito na si dementia, si delirium. Talagang may biological basis siya. Tulad ng ginawa kanina, nagdagdag sila ng neuro. Bakit? Kasi karamihan may biological basis. Ito actually paraphilic disorder, sarap din i-discuss. Paraphilia is improper loving or improper sources of sexual desire. Okay, so dito sa paraphilic disorders, mali yung mga sources ng desire nila. And the last classification is other mental disorders. Okay ba? So, na-feel ko medyo dire-diretso na ako or tuloy-tuloy na ako nagsasalita. You want to take a break lang? Kahit sabihin natin a short 10-minute break lang. I will revert to our initial slide kanina. Tapos tuloy na natin because our next topic is this, personality disorders. Let's be more specific. I-explain ko bawat isa at itatry natin sila i-chunking. And of course, mag-active recall tayo afterwards. But let's take a break muna. 5 to 10 minutes. I'll be back. It's 3:57 on my clock. I'll be back at around 4:05. Okay? So 4:05. Tapos tuloy-tuloy lang natin to. Let's see where we'll end up. So let's only talk about personality disorders for today. So mag-a-answer na rin muna ako ng questions. Bullying is also trauma, right? Yes, of course. Lalo na pag tine-threaten ka ng bully, nasaktan, that's trauma. Ito, both ba aaralin sa board exam DSM-40R and DSM-5? Ito guys, sikreto lang natin to ha. Pero, nung exam namin, may mga lumabas na questions ng DSM-40R. May mga lumabas na question ng DSM-40R. Kaya nga, actually, if I can make use of my old slides, I talked about all of the changes between DSM-40R and DSM-5. So yung sa mismong day ng exam natin, guys, hindi ko pa rin sure talaga. So, sorry, I can't say. No? Japol at Daryl, mahal ko kayo. Okay, sige. So, let's take a break muna. Mga 4:05 or 4:10. Tuloy na natin, tapos tapusin na lang natin itong lecture na to. Alright? Sige. See you! Hello? 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 Acclimate ko lang kayo sa boses ko ulit kung malakas siya masyado. Hi. Okay, so we're back again. Magle-lecture ulit ako. Pero let's wait for the other people to come back as well kung nag-CR sila kumain or whatever. Okay, so before I continue, I wanted to emphasize as well yung mga tactics or techniques na tinuro ko sa inyo kanina tungkol sa pagre-review for the board exams. Tulad ng sinabi ko, we have 3 methods. We have practice testing. Okay? Pangalawa, we have spaced repetition. At pangatlo, we have chunking. Okay? Actually, yung unang dalawa, practice testing at spaced repetition, you can use an application to help you, okay, to do practice testing as well as spaced repetition. Okay? So what can you do? Sorry, lakas ng tubig talaga dito. Anyways, so what can you do? You can download this app. I'm pretty sure you've heard of this before. Search nyo Anki, A-N-K-I. Okay, this is a flashcard app na ang ginagawa niya, automatic niya ng spaced repetition yung flashcards niyo. Alam niyo ba yung flashcards? Yung literal flashcards, di ba? Yung titingnan niyo yung card, tapos sa likod, andun yung tamang sagot. Ganun siya, pero application siya, may Android version, may iOS, merong Windows, merong Mac OS, at Linux din, kung gusto niyo yun. Okay, so you can use that. Automatic ka na niya is with spaced repetition. Ang mahirap lang is you have to make your own cards. Pero good news is you can go to the internet. You can download a lot of decks talaga. Okay? Decks hindi basta. Okay? So yun, you can download a lot of decks on the internet para sa Anki ninyo. Okay? Ito rin, ginagamit ko siya sa medicine. It really helps. A lot of medical students use this, especially abroad. Okay? Next naman, paano kapag madali kayo mag-procrastinate at madali kayong ma-distract? Actually, this technique works hindi lang sa pagre-review, sa lahat ng pagtrabaho actually. Kung narinig niyo yung tatawag nating Pomodoro method. Okay? Ang Pomodoro method, what do you do with this? Okay? Simple lang siya. You set a timer for 25 minutes and then for 5 minutes, may break ka. In fact, yung break kong ginawa, that's also a Pomodoro. Okay? In-integrate na rin natin siya sa lecture natin. Ganon ang Pomodoro. Meron kang time na nakaset na mag-work ka. 25 minutes, you can't be distracted. Tuloy-tuloy lang. Then after 25 minutes, take a break for 5 minutes. You can do anything you want sa 5 minutes na yan. Okay? You can play a game ng 5 minutes. Posible naman siguro. Okay, pero yun nga. You can read anything, you can read a book, and you can change your time frame as well. Pwede mo gawin 20 minutes yung Pomodoro mo, tas 3 minutes na break, or pwede mo gawin 50 minutes yung Pomodoro, yung work mo, tas 10 minutes yung break. Okay, those are 2 other methods that you can use. You can use Anki, and you can use the Pomodoro method. Sa App Store, guys, at saka sa Play Store, ang daming apps para dyan. Search niyo Forest, I like that app. Automatic na magpo-Pomodoro na yan, tutulungan ka niya. Once you touch your phone, habang nagpo-Pomodoro o nag-work ka, madedetect ng phone yon, tapos sasabihin niya, titigil niya yung oras mo. Okay, so yun lang. Let's be high-tech na, mag-evolve na tayo, guys. Okay, mag-aral lang tayo ng mas efficient this time. Pero ito na, let's continue. Let's talk about the personality disorders. And here, sa personality disorders natin, you have to take note that I'm using a different frame of reference. Sa pagle-lecture nito, I have to give credits talaga sa manual ng SLU. Maganda yung manual ng SLU sa abnormal psych. Kahit minsan outdated na. Okay? They have a different way of viewing personality disorders kasi. And I tried reading this kay Barlow and sa other books sa abnormal psychology. They have a different perspective as well. Depende na sa inyo, pero I'm using as a basis yung style na ginagamit nila dati. Okay? Sa mga books namin. Okay? Personality disorders, what makes them so particular is this is one of the few classifications of disorders where yung mismong pasyente, yung mismong kliyente, yung mismong tao, hindi niya alam na meron siyang maladaptive behavior. Pwedeng ganon. Okay? Pero as Barlow said in his book, it is also possible na mag-cause din ng personal discomfort. In other words, magiging aware din sila. Okay? They may or may not be aware of their own maladaptive behavior. That's what makes it so particular. And why do we call it personality disorders? Let's differentiate this from other types of disorders. Okay? It's actually characterized by 4 behavioral manifestations. Okay? Unang-una, they have a peculiar capacity. Ito ay yung mga underline ko dito, guys. Guide na lang yan, ha? Para sa chunking ninyo or para ma-outline lang ninyo, much easier. They have a peculiar capacity to get under the skin of others. Ano ibig sabihin nito? Yung behaviors nga nila, tulad ng sinabi ko, taong may personality disorder, yung maladaptive behaviors nila, nakakaasar. Yun yung ibig sabihin. Okay? May may capacity sila or talagang may, alam niyo yun, merong bias talaga na madali sila makapikon ng ibang tao kasi ngayon ginagawa nilang behavior is very maladaptive. Minsan hindi pa nila napapansin. Okay, so yun yung problem. Pangalawa naman is reactive response to whatever happens in the environment. What do we mean by this? When we say reactive response, reactive sila. Okay, when something happens to them, instead of thinking about their next actions, parang may set silang behavior na ginagawa kaagad. Parang react lang sila ng react. Hindi na nila iniisip kung ano yung tamang action sa bawat sitwasyon. Okay? So they have a very reactive response to whatever happens in the environment. Pangatlo is, yung behaviors nila are egosyntonic. Ito, ano ibig sabihin ng egosyntonic, guys? Egosyntonic, itatagalog ko na, hindi labag sa kalooban nila or hindi labag sa pagkatao nila. Yung behaviors na ginagawa nila kapag sobrang mahiyain sila or sobrang paranoid sila, para sa kanila, sa tingin nila, that's really part of who they are. Okay? Sa kanila, hindi labag sa kalooban nila yung mga paranoid behaviors. Hindi labag sa kalooban nila yung mga masasamang nagagawa nila. That's part of who they are. Tulad sa antisocial personality disorder, diba, wala talaga silang pake or disregard talaga sila sa rights ng ibang tao. Pumapatay sila. That's antisocial personality disorder. At wala silang nararamdamang sama ng loob. Okay? Yung mga behaviors nila are egosyntonic. And yung pang-apat, and this is the most important, pwede natin masabi, this is what defines personality disorders. Kaya siya tinatawag na personality disorders dahil sa sobrang tagal na nag-e-exist yung behavior na to, parang parte na siya ng personality ng tao na yun. Kaya ang in-underline ko dito is long-lasting kasi matagal talaga. Okay? There's a minimum time frame na months to years, okay, para ma-diagnose ng personality disorder ang isang tao. Okay, so tulad ng sinabi ko, quick review to ha. Let's active recall na. And as I said, let's pick things up na. Let's make it faster na ngayon. Active recall na tayo. Let's start answering yung lecture ko lang kanina. Okay, pagdating sa personality disorders, how many behavioral manifestations? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What do you think? Okay, there are 4 behavioral manifestations. Very good. Ay, kunwari narinig ko. Okay, so yun tayo. Let's continue. Okay, ang unang behavioral manifestation, you don't need to remember this by order, ha? Pero of course, you have to remember all of them at least. Ang una, they have a peculiar capacity to what? To get under the skin of others. Madali sila makapikon. Okay? Next naman, paano yung response nila sa nangyayari sa environment? Okay, they have what? A reactive response. Okay? Let's continue. Pangatlo naman, their maladaptive behaviors are hindi labag sa kalooban nila. What do you call that? Okay, very good. That's egosyntonic. And the last one, maladaptive behaviors are so what? Okay, kaya nga tinatawag na personality disorders sa sobrang tagal. Okay? Sobrang tagal, nag-iitsura na or parang alabas na, it's part of the individual's personality na. Long-lasting is the correct answer. Okay? So yan tayo. So that's our first chunk for this lesson. Personality disorders have 4 behavioral manifestations. Nakakagalit sila, okay, long-lasting siya, nagkakos siya ng problema sa ibang tao kasi nga egosyntonic. Okay? So yan yung mga bagay. Yan yung first chunk natin. Let's continue. Let's move on to our next chunk for personality disorders. Personality disorders have how many clusters? They have 3 clusters. Good news dito. DSM-4-TR ka pa or DSM-4 ka pa nga. Okay, most of the classifications are still the same when it comes to DSM-5. In fact, the names hardly changed. Okay, there are additional changes. You can look that up on the internet. DSM-4-TR to DSM-5 changes. The APA released an actual list of changes pagdating sa bawat disorder pa. Okay, so personality disorders actually have 3 clusters. Okay, ang unang-una is odd or eccentric disorders. Before I specify each one, ang odd or eccentric disorders, ang pwede nyo isipin dito, ito yung mga disorders na weird. Mga tao na mayroong disorder na to, they act weird. They talk weird. Sometimes they smell weird. Okay, they do weird things. Okay, ito yung mga sumasayaw kapag umuulan. Ito yung mga nag-rain dance para mapatigil yung ulan. Okay, nakaklassify sila under this general classification. Odd or eccentric disorders. Pag sinabi natin dramatic, emotional, or erratic disorders, ito naman yung mga disorders na, ang magandang description na ginagamit nila dati dito They used to call this acting out disorders. Because these people, they act out. They're very dramatic, they're very emotional, they're very erratic. Minsan yung gawain nila, hindi nga minsan actually most of the time, nakakasakit na yung gawain nila. Legit to. Pag may kilala kayo na isang tao na palagi nang go-ghost, okay? Graduate ng US. Joke lang, hindi. Joke. Anyways, pag may isang tao na, for example, papalit-palit, paiba-iba yung ginagawa niya, okay? Day in, day out, paiba-iba yung behaviors niya, he can be classified as having a dramatic, emotional, or erratic personality disorder. Let's continue. Pangatlo naman, we have anxious or fearful disorders. Ang anxious or fearful disorders, to me, this is oversimplifying it, pero to a certain extent, their anxiety or their anxious behavior became so embedded in their personality na they think that that's normal, that they think yung pagiging anxious, pagiging mahiyain, ganun talaga sila. Okay? That's anxiety or fearful personality disorder. Okay? Ito, oversimplification to, pero parang anxiety disorder na mas mahina. Yun yung ginagawa kong pang-describe dyan. Okay? And isa-isahin lang natin ang tatlong classifications na to, tulad ng sinabi ko sa inyo, yung tatlong clusters na to, may mga specific na disorders under them. Okay? Dito sa order-eccentric, tulad ng sinabi ko sa inyo, mga weird, paranoid, schizoid, at schizotypal. Mamaya, differentiate natin itong dalawa na to Isa-isahin ko naman sila Okay, next naman for dramatic, emotional, or erratic disorders, we have, ito tulad ng sinabi ko, acting out. They act out. So yung mga tao na to, we have antisocial, borderline, histrionic, narcissistic. At ang pangatlo natin is anxious or fearful disorders. Dito na si avoidant, dependent, at obsessive compulsive personality disorder Hindi OCD but OCPD. Okay? So, yan. Pwede nyo isipin 3-4-3. Okay? Or sarili nyong style para maalala to. Okay? Or para sa akin, pwede kayo mag-chunking basta you know the general idea Kaya nga inuuna ko to Basta ang isang personality disorder, they act weird, very eccentric sila. Okay, cluster 1. Okay, cluster A. Sorry. Cluster A, other eccentric disorder. Sorry. Okay? Pag sinabi naman natin, itong tao na to, he acts out. Ang sama ng ginagawa niya, nakakasakit siya. Cluster B. Alam niyo na cluster B siya, or dramatic, emotional, or erratic disorders. And cluster C naman is anxious or fearful disorders. Yung tao, nag-acting siya na very, alam niyo yun, parang normal na sa kanila yung nagtatago sa ibang tao. Okay? Obviously naman, it has to reach a certain point. We can't self-diagnose ourselves pagdating dito. Pero start muna tayo sa unang cluster. Okay guys? Isa-isahin na natin yung specific pero I gave you the general chunk na para lang makita nyo lang yung general idea. Let's start with the weird ones. Let's start with the people that act weird. Cluster A muna tayo. Start tayo sa paranoid personality disorder. Okay, ang main idea sa paranoid personality disorder, kaya nga paranoid kasi sobrang suspicious at sobrang distrustful nila when it comes to other people. Okay, to them, normally, ang isang tao, for example, nag-order sa Jollibee. Okay, in-order nung tao na may paranoid personality disorder is chicken McDo sa Jollibee. Okay? So, yun tayo. Tapos yung sumunod naman sa kanya, nag-order ng burger and fries sa Jollibee. Maya-maya, nung naupo siya, okay, siya nauna Tapos sumunod na yung nag-order ng burger and fries. Tapos napansin niya, unang sinervan yung burger and fries. Okay? Matagal pa yung chicken McDo niya. So, ano nangyari dyan? Okay? So, ang tingin ng tao na may paranoid personality disorder, okay, is sinasadya ng Jollibee to. Okay? Sinasadya ng Jollibee na patagalin yung manok na in-order niya. Okay? So, yan paranoid personality disorder. But of course, it's so pervasive sa lahat ng parts ng pagkatao nila. They're very paranoid sa lahat ng aspect, distrust and suspiciousness. Okay? That's the central core of their personality. Ito differentiate muna natin schizoid at schizotypal. Schizoid, schizotypal. Ibang-iba kasi sila. Si schizoid, what's so particular about this is these people, wala silang nararamdaman na enjoyment when it comes to social relationships. Guys, sa totoo lang sa atin, for sure, after ng GCQ or ECQ natin, pag makipag-hangout na tayo sa mga friends natin, sobrang, di ba, enjoy na tayo kasi miss na natin sila. Okay, yung mga jowa natin, ano gagawin natin dyan? Anyways, pag nakita natin yung mga jowa natin, di ba, sobrang excited tayo, sobrang saya. Ang tao na may schizoid personality disorder, walang enjoyment na nakukuha. Okay? Ang labas sa kanila is parang umiiwas sila sa ibang tao. Isipin mo, ay avoidant PD? No. Wala kasi silang pake. Kaya sila umiiwas sa ibang tao. Okay, kaya nga schizoid, di ba? From the word schizoid, split. They split from their desire for social relationships. Okay, kaya sila lumalayo sa ibang tao. They split from other people. Okay, tapos they have a very restricted range of expression of emotions. Okay, so yan tayo. So people with schizoid personality disorder, ang sa kanila, hindi nila na-enjoy ang social interaction. Let's continue. Let's go to number 3. Ang schizotypal, this is oversimplification. Of course naman, hindi siya specifically. Pero, ang iniisip ko talaga pag schizotypal, parang schizophrenic in the way they act. These people parang may schizophrenia kasi sobrang weird talaga. May mga narinig na ba kayo or nakilala ng mga tao na ganon? Yung mga nagsasabi na, clairvoyant ako, kaya ko i-predict yung future. Okay? Nakakita na kayo ng tao na ganyan. Schizotypal yun. Pwede sila ma-classify niyan. Tingnan ko lang kung okay pa yung lecture ko. Okay. Sige. Yan. Okay. Sige, sorry. Sinek ko lang kung okay pa. Mamaya kinakausap ko na lang yung ko dito. Yung laptop ko. Anyways, schizotypal personality disorder, tulad ng sinabi ko, weird umacting, parang may schizophrenia sila. Sabi ng friend mo, may clairvoyance ako. Kaya ko i-predict ang future. Okay, tapos itong friend mo, sabi niya, mamayang gabi, ang ulam ko, itlog at longganisa. Sabi niya. Okay? Maya-maya, itong friend mo na may schizotypal PD, pagka-uwi niya, nakita niya sa loob ng bahay niya, yung boyfriend niya. Okay? At tama nga naman, ang ulam niya nung gabi na yon, itlog at longganisa. Joke. Okay, nung gabi na yon, ang in-order niya dun sa karinderya, itlog at longganisa. Okay? Tapos, pumunta siya sa loob ng bahay niya, sinatap niya itlog at longganisa. In-order niya kasi sa labas. Bigla siyang mapapatigil. Oh my gosh. I just predicted the future. Okay, yan yung mga tao na may schizotypal personality disorders, guys. Sobrang weird. Ito yung mga nag-rain dance, kaya tulad ng sinabi ko sa inyo, basta't umulan, sasayaw sila. Tapos biglang tumigil yung ulan. Tapos sasabihin nila, ay dahil yan sa sayaw ko. But in truth, guys, sa totoo lang, ang weather naman nag-change. Kanina nung nag-start ako ng lecture, ang lakas ng ulan. Ngayon, wala nang ulan. Okay? Ganun lang naman talaga. Yun yung mga tao na may schizotypal PD. Okay? Na may, tingin nila may magical skills sila. Okay, na kaya nila mag-summon ng ganito or something like that. Okay? Let's continue. Let's go to cluster B. Acting out disorders naman. Okay, sinorten ko na, no? Pero this emotional, erratic, or dramatic disorders, ha? Pag sinabi natin acting out disorders, nakaka-apekto na sila sa ibang tao. Kasi nga, they're very emotional. They're very dramatic. And the absolute worst, okay, when it comes to personality disorders, is antisocial personality disorders. Kasi dito, pag sinabi natin antisocial, the idea, if you break it down, if you break down the term, antisocial means against society or against social norms talaga. Talagang wala silang pake sa ibang tao. They disregard the rights of other people. In fact, they did a research sa mga tao na asa kulungan at na-discover nila around 80% ng mga tao na nakukulong can be diagnosed with antisocial personality disorder. Ganun katindi. Okay, and the worst cases that we can ever see in history, in fact, this is one of the worst cases that I've ever read about. Meron yung isang Hapon who was very suicidal, and he was very depressed. And he had antisocial personality disorder. That's one of the most, dangerous combinations. Anong ginawa niya? He wanted to kill himself so many times na, pero hindi niya magawa. Puro suicide attempt lang siya. So, anong ginawa niya? Okay, what did he do? Kumuha siya ng kutsilyo, pumasok siya sa isang elementary school sa Japan, at pinagsasaksak niya yung mga bata. Paano naging antisocial yun? Okay? Ito, makikita niyo kung bakit siya antisocial personality disorder. Bakit niya ginawa yun? Bakit siya sumaksak? Nung in-interview siya afterwards, bakit mo pinagsasaksak yung mga bata? Ang sagot niya is, yun kasi yung pinakamabilis na paraan para makuha ko yung death penalty. You see why may antisocial personality disorder siya? Wala siyang pake sa kapakanan ng mga bata na yun. Okay? Ang pake niya lang is yung sarili niya. Okay, I got this description from Barlow, pero one particular particular trait that people with antisocial personality disorder have is being manipulative. Of course, syempre huwag nyo muna isipin yung mga dating ex ninyo. Okay, hindi naman sila antisocial kaagad. Pero ang mga tao na may antisocial personality disorder, a lot of them are very smart and a lot of them are very manipulative. In fact, one of the worst cases of serial killings in America, yung isang lalaki na pumapatay, okay, ng mga bata, tapos kinakain niya. Okay, piniprito niya. Antisocial personality disorder yan. Okay, niloloko niya yung mga bata, as I said, very manipulative, at yan, ginagamit nila for their own personal gains. This is one of the worst talaga, antisocial personality disorder. Let's continue. Let's go to borderline personality disorder. Kaya borderline sa akin, hindi siya bipolar. Kasi bipolar refers to moods. Okay? When we say moods, wait, may nag-message sa akin. Okay, sorry. Okay? When we say bipolar disorder, sa mood. Pero dito, pag pinag-uusapan natin borderline personality disorder, okay, it's more characterized by instability. Okay? So dito, hindi sila stable when it comes to their behaviors, when it comes to relationships. Yung sinabi ko kanina, yung nang-ghost na lang bigla, tapos sa ibang tao na, totoo yun. Okay? Pwede maging trait yun talaga. Okay? Ng isang tao na may borderline personality disorder. Lalo na pag ginagawa nila consistently for months at a time, that it became a part of their personality na. You can say that a part of them can be diagnosed with borderline personality disorder. Okay? So ito paiba-iba talaga. Ito yung mga tao na magsasabi na, sige, ngayong araw magsa-start na ako mag-review. Okay? Para mag-top ako ng board exam. The next day, makikita mo siya sa kalsada, tapos tatanungin mo siya, akala ko magre-review ka na. Ang sasabihin niya sa inyo is, hindi, gusto ko na maging race car driver. Okay? Then the next day naman, makikita mo siya sa boxing gym. Tapos tatanungin mo, bakit ka nagbaboxing? Gusto ko na maging professional boxer. Okay, yan yung mga tao na may borderline personality disorder. Let's continue. Let's go to the third one, histrionic personality disorder. Para sa akin, histrionic, ang una kong iniisip talaga, dramatic Okay, these people, they have excessive emotionality, and they have a lot of attention seeking. I'll give you a very textbook example and a very common example in the Philippine culture. May kilala ba kayo na tao na umiimbento ng kwento para makakuha ng attention? Legit. In fact, there are people na lumalabas na sa utak ko ngayon. Okay, pero that's a different lecture. Anyways, ang mga tao na may histrionic personality disorder, they have excessive emotionality. Sila yung mga tao na grabe magpapansin at gagawin nila lahat para magpakita or makakuha ng pagpapapansin. Okay? May mga tao na, for example, unting bagay lang, iiyak ka agad. Okay? Very dramatic, as I said. Histrionic personality disorder. Fourth naman, actually, ito medyo madali na, no? Ang in-underline ko lang, narcissistic. When we say narcissistic, very self-centered. These people, they think they're the best in the world. Okay, sila yung pinakamagaling sa buong mundo. Okay, sa tingin nila, ito na lang, I'll give you an example. These are the people na nagbibiyahe ka, makikipag-meet ka sa kanya. Okay, narcissistic personality disorder. Okay, so may friend ka na may narcissistic personality disorder. Nagbibiyahe ka at sabi mo mag-meet tayo dito sa SM, for example. Habang nagbabiyahe ka, knock on wood, na-aksidente ka. Okay? Tapos tinext mo kaagad yung friend mo. Okay? Na may NPD. Sabi mo sa kanya, friend, wala na akong kamay. Okay? Nagte-text ako gamit yung paa ko. Sabi mo sa kanya. Okay? Ang mga tao na to, ang ire-reply nila sa'yo pag may narcissistic personality disorder sila is, sino na ang sasama sa akin? Nakakasunod. Okay? Una nila, lack of empathy. Very self-centered. Hindi nila iniisip ang kapakanan ng ibang tao. Sobrang taas ng need nila for admiration and they think they're the best people in the world. Okay? So ito yung acting out disorders natin. Makikita nyo, no? Acting out, nakaka-apekto ng ibang tao. Kung meron man nakaka-fulfill ng unang criteria ng personality disorders, cluster B na yan. For sure. Let's continue. Let's go to cluster C. Anxious or fearful disorders. Ang mga tao na may anxious or fearful disorders, oversimplification to pero sila yung parang may mahinang klase ng anxiety. Okay? To the point na parang part na ng pagkatao nila yung anxious behavior nila. Okay, let's start with the first one. We have avoidant personality disorder. Ang mga tao na to, they do what they say. Okay? Avoidant talaga. They avoid other people. Bakit? Takot na takot sila for Negative evaluation, ayaw nila ma-evaluate negatively. Okay, they have large feelings of inadequacy, and they have a pattern of social inhibition, or yun, yung talagang wala talagang hilig lumabas kasama ibang tao. Talagang normally for them, okay, ayaw lang nila makipag-usap sa ibang tao. In fact, parang ina-avoid nga nila yung feelings of inadequacy. Okay, at saka yung negative evaluation. That's the idea of avoidant personality disorder. So parang si schizoid din sila, umiiwas sa ibang tao, but for completely different reasons. Let's continue. The second one is dependent personality disorder. Dapat nga in-underline ko lang dito, dependent, kasi asa nga talaga ng asa sa ibang tao. Okay? Dito, ang mas particular is they need to be taken care of. Okay? Alam ko siguro may mga, ito yung tinatawag nating red flags, guys. Okay, kapag meron kayong na-encounter, naging jowa na talagang kailangan mo gawin lahat. Okay? Kailangan mo lumuhod. Okay? Or kailangan mo gawin lahat. Kailangan nila maalagaan. Okay? Hindi umaasa sila sa'yo sa lahat. Okay? Tignan nyo na lang. Magpa-diagnose na kayo. That person has dependent personality disorder. Asa ng asa sa ibang tao. And this, yung next na is OCPD. I want to discuss this more specifically kasi nakakalito nga naman ang OCD sa OCPD. Discuss ko lang yung difference ng OCD sa OCPD. Ang OCPD, it's less pervasive than OCD. Tulad ng sinabi ko sa inyo kanina, OCD used to be called the combination of all anxiety disorders. I'll give you an example of OCD, not OCPD, OCD. Ito yung mga tao na every night, once lang sila kumakain. And this doesn't change. Every night, lalabas sila at exactly 12 o'clock midnight. Bababa sila ng stairs at habang bumababa sila ng stairs, gumagawa sila ng throaty noises. This is an actual case by Barlow. Okay, throaty noises. Ano yung throaty noises? Siguro ganito tunog. Ganun sila. Okay, bumababa sila sa stairs habang ginagawa yung tunog na yun. Then they will get the same bowl from the same place. Tapos kukunin nila yung same na spoon from the same place at ihahalo nila yung kinakain nila. It's the same every day. They only eat once a day at pare-pareho yung kinakain nila. Ano yung halo ng kinakain niya? Ito galing talaga kay Barlow. Hinahalo niya dun sa bowl na yun, eggs, milk, cocoa powder, okay? At saka mayonnaise. Okay? At sugar din pala. Okay? Sugar at mayonnaise. Sarap. Okay? So, imimix niya yun lahat. Tapos, sabay-sabay niyang iinumin. Pare-pareho every single day. Okay? That's OCD. Yun yung pinakamatindi. Their obsessions and compulsions can't be controlled na. Okay? To the point na sobrang maladaptive na. Ang tao na may OCPD kasi, ang tao na may OCPD compared sa tao na may OCD, ito yung mga tao na perfectionist. Okay? Ito yung mga tao na sobrang gusto nila, sobrang ayos. Alam ko, siguro may mga taong lumalabas na sa isip ninyo. Ito yung mga groupmates ninyo sa thesis na ayaw niyong groupmates. Okay? Kasi sila yung mga tao na grabe mag-react kapag may pagkakamali. Normally, ang reaction natin kapag may mali or may typo sa PowerPoint presentation natin, ang sasabihin na natin, uy, may typo dyan, erase mo. Okay? Ang mga tao na may OCPD, ang reaction nila is, kaya ganyan kaya ka lumaking ganyan, kaya mahirap yung pamilya mo, kaya nahihirapan lahat ng mga klase mo sa'yo. Okay, yun yung sasabihin nila. Kasi sila, gusto nila perfection talaga. They have a preoccupation with orderliness. Okay? Kailangan nila ng control. Okay? At the expense of flexibility, openness, and efficiency. Okay ba? Sige, so my time right now is 4:36. For the remaining time, mag-active learning na lang tayo. And then, i-share ko na lang sa inyo kung ano yung reviewing style ko when I took the board exam. If you're still interested. Okay, ikukwento ko na lang kung paano ako nag-review for the board exam and how it felt to take the board exam. Mahirap talaga, guys. Pero kayang-kaya nyo yan. Everyone can do it. Okay, so let's test ourselves soon na review. Okay, start tayo sa personality disorders. Personality disorders has how many clusters? Okay, it has... Okay, very good. It has 3 clusters. Okay. The first cluster is what? Okay, I'll give you a clue. Ito yung weird na mga tao. Okay, the first cluster is odd or eccentric disorders. So, meron na kayong idea, weird na mga tao. So, ano kaya mga pwede natin ilagay na personality disorder dito? We have Paranoid, schizoid, or schizotypal. Very weird yung pag-acting nila. Let's continue. The second one, I'll give you a hint. They act out. Okay? Okay, ito yung dramatic, emotional, or erratic disorders. Very good. Okay, at sino mga andito? Mga taong nag-act out, tulad ng sinabi ko sa inyo. We have antisocial, we have borderline, we have histrionic, we have narcissistic. Okay? The third one is anxious or fearful. Nasabi ko na. Okay? So, ito yung mga tao na may mahinang anxiety. So, these people, they have anxious or fearful disorders. At sino ang pwede natin masama dito? We have avoidant, dependent, and obsessive compulsive. Okay, sige, tingnan ko muna kung okay pa yung presentation ko. Live pa naman siya. Okay. Tingnan ko muna sige, that's our chunk na ngayon. You can take note of that and take a picture. Okay? Yung mga kanina, yung mga flashcards na binigay ko sa inyo, 'di ba? This is actually a form of flashcard na rin. You can use them for your own practice testing. Okay. Nice. Okay. Very good. Ang gaganda ng mga sagot ninyo. Okay. Sige. Let's continue na, guys. Okay? Sige. Let's continue. Ito na yung final part ng lecture natin. I'll just share to you kung ano yung mga ginawa ko sa pagre-review. Ito, mga quotations na siya kasi galing siya mismo sa akin. How did I review for the board exams? Ganito yung time frame. Sa amin, ang board exams namin was July 30 to 31, 2016. Ang graduation namin was May 2016. Okay? So, paano ko schedule yun? I only had like 2 months. Okay? Para mag-review. 2.5 months para mag-review para sa board exams. How did I schedule that? Ang unang kong ginawa is, isang subject lang inaral ko per week. Okay? So, I studied 1 subject per week. First week ko, inuna ko muna yung pinakamasayang subject sa buong mundo. Ano sa tingin nyo? Ang pinaka-favorite natin na subject sa 4 na subjects natin. Okay, very good. Ang una kong subject na inaral is psych assessment. Okay? Ito kasi sure ako dito na masusuka na talaga kaagad ako eh. Okay? Pag inaaral ko yung psych assessment, I'm pretty sure na hindi ko siya magigets at talagang magtatagal ako. Sabi ko, unahin mo na. Okay? Yung pinakamahirap para tapos na. And I studied that. Just psych assessment for 1 week. So what did I do? Nung time na to, guys, hindi pa ako familiar sa chunking. Okay? Hindi pa ako familiar sa spaced repetition. Ang alam ko lang talaga, practice testing. Puro practice testing talaga ako. At sa totoo lang, ang materials na ginagamit ko dito, I did not know the books that other schools use. Ang ginamit ko lang talaga is yung reviewer ng RGO. Di yun biro. Okay? Yung reviewer ng RGO is like, I'm not sure, 30 pages. Okay? In truth, if I study for 1 day, the whole day, yung 30 pages na yon, more or less nabasa ko na siya. So what did I do? Okay? After ko basahin yung buong 30 pages na yon, the next day, ano nang babasahin ko? Kala ko ba buong week is psych assessment? Ang next na binasa ko, psych assessment pa rin. Inulit ko yung 30 pages na yon. Nung Wednesday, ang binasa ko, psych assessment pa rin. Inulit ko ulit yung 30 pages na yon. Nung Thursday, ang binasa ko, psych assessment pa rin. Okay, so hanggang Friday yan. Kasi pag Saturday, Sunday, nag-a-attend na ako ng review ng RGO. Okay, tapos sila naman nag-review sa akin. Okay, so Monday to Friday, 1 subject lang, psych assessment. Nag-repetition ako, no? Hindi lang spaced. Every day, paulit-ulit lang siya. Okay, kaya yun yung una kong tip pagdating sa board exam. At ito talagang nag-carry over to sa lahat ng tinuruan ko for the past years. Magbasa kayo hanggang masuka kayo. Okay? Legit yan. Hindi yan biro. Okay? Ako, after ko magbasa ng psych assessment, pag sinasabi na ng teacher ko, reliability, ang asa utak ko na lang is reliability. Gaganon na. Okay? Susuka na lang ako. Okay? Kasi sukang-suka na ako. Ganyan din sa pagdating sa theories of personality. Pare-pareho lang. Monday to Friday, TOP. Okay? Sukang-suka na ako sa kamanyakan ni Freud. Okay? Sukang-suka na ako kay Adler. Pag sasabi nila Sigmund Freud, ako Sigmund Ganyan na lang ako. Okay? Suka na lang ako ng suka. Okay? Kasi magpaulit-ulit ko binabasa hanggang ma-master talaga. Okay? In a sense, yung repetition na ginawa ko, tulad dun sa curve na pinakita ko, it carried over. Hanggang ngayon, lahat ng inaral ko on that first week, naaalala ko pa rin. Okay? Tulungan nyo ako, guys. Hirap na ako. Okay? Next naman. Okay? After that, what did I do? Okay? Don't do this. Huwag kayo mag-enroll ng masters. Okay? Nag-enroll ako ng extra units ng medicine. Okay? Ang start nung ano namin, sorry, was it July ba yung board exams namin? Or was it August? It was August, I think. Yeah, it was August. August was our board exams. It wasn't July. Okay, nag-enroll ako ng extra subjects for medicine. I enrolled in very easy subjects. Ang in-enroll ko is physics and biochem. Napakadali. Okay? So, yun tayo. Ang start ng school year namin, first week of August, our board exams were August 30 to 31 pala, guys. Okay? August 30 to 31, 2016. Okay? Did I enjoy that? No, I did not. Okay? Ito ang second ko na tip. Okay lang mag-take ng break. Okay? If you can focus on your board exams, then focus on your board exams. Of course, alam ko may mga cases sa inyo na kailangan talaga mag-work for your family. That's okay. Okay? There are people that do that. That's part of it talaga. Okay? In fact, may kilala nga ako, nag-take ng board exam, may anak na, may pamilya na. Okay? Nag-work na rin as HR at every weekend, umaakyat ng Baguio City para mag-review. Okay? Galing siya Pangasinan, umaakyat siya ng Baguio City every weekend para lang mag-review sa RGO. Okay? Pagdating ng board exam, nakapasa pa rin siya. Okay? Pero, it's okay to take a break, guys. Ito yung gusto ko lang sabihin. Yung mga tao na ganyan, nag-work, okay? May pamilya na. Okay? If they can pass, you can pass as well. And what lesson can we take from this classmate of mine who already has a family, who already has work? Anong lesson makukuha natin sa kanya? Guys, magkaanak rin kayo. Okay? Next naman. Let's continue. Right before the board exams, I have to admit, and this is how it feels, especially the week before the board exams. Ayaw ko kayo pakabahin, pero sa totoo lang, kahit ayaw nyo makabahan, makakabahan kayo. The week before the board exams. Anong ginawa namin? Kami ng mga kaibigan ko na nakikinig rin dito, si Japol at Daryl, a few days before the board exams, nag-boys night out na kami. Nag-enjoy na lang kami. Nagpagupit kami sa sobrang mahal na pagupitan, okay? Nagpamasahe kami sa magsaysay, okay? Tapos minasahe namin isa't isa, okay? After nun, nag-take kami ng board exam. Itong relaxation period namin right before the board exams, it actually helped us to relax right before the board exams, okay? So, it helped us to prepare, to relax our mind. Pero the night before, what did I do? Ang ginawa ko lang, casual lang. Binasa ko lang ulit lahat ng notes ko. Ang ginawa ko is kinuha ko libro ni Barlow, pumunta ako sa glossary, tapos binasa ko yung glossary. Legit, may mga questions na nanggaling sa glossary ni Barlow the next 2 days later. Okay, yung mga binasa ko nung gabi na yon, lumabas siya. So, it can help. You can go to your glossary sa mga libro na ginagamit ninyo, basahin nyo lang ulit lahat ng terms. Okay? I-refamiliarize nyo lang yung sarili ninyo. Okay? And lastly, guys, sa panglalandi, okay? Ito una yung tandaan. Okay lang manglandi basta gusto ka ng nilalandi mo. Okay? Okay. Oops. Okay, yung mga nasasaktan dyan. Okay? Yung umiiyak, talo. Okay? So, okay lang manglandi, guys, basta gusto ka ng nilalandi mo. At that time, I had a girlfriend. Okay? And girlfriend ko pa rin siya hanggang ngayon. Kasama ko pa rin siya. Sa med school, yung girlfriend ninyo or yung boyfriend ninyo, they can be your inspiration throughout the board exams. Kaya huwag kayong makipag-break ka agad. Okay, makipag-break kayo kapag toxic, sure. Okay, pero kung talagang nag-i-inspire siya, then why not? Diba? Kung sa gabi nalulungkot kayo, kailangan nyo ng pang-relax, then why not? So yun lang, gawin nyo lang. You need time to spend with your girlfriends and boyfriends, especially during these stressful times. At ito, mabilisan na lang to kasi pagpasensyahan nyo na. Sorry this advice only applies to boys. Okay? Alam nyo ba ang word na to? For boys, you have to apply kolja. Alam nyo ba yung kolja, guys? Parang wear pa yan, parang pet malu. Okay? Ang mga lalaki, kailangan mag-kolja. Kolja before, kolja after, at kolja during the board exams. Yun lang ang huli kong gusto sabihin sa lecture na to. Thank you very much, guys. Ako si Cordi Javier Atitiw. At your service, RGO lecturer. Thank you very much, Ma'am May, and to everyone who made this possible. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow my Twitter. Okay, joke, wala akong ganun. Thank you very much, guys. If you have any questions, you may message request me on Facebook. I will try to answer as soon as possible. Hopefully, matapos ko muna yung requirements na kailangan namin gawin for school. Okay, so thank you very much. I hope you had a great time listening to my lecture. Goodbye. Okay, questions?